Bicyclists on the highway. What courage. What courage these people possess. I mean, this highway that I'm on right now, and this guy, he wasn't even on the shoulder. Like, there was a white line, and then on the other side, there was a big shoulder. He wasn't even on that. He was like, no, I'm going to do this on the road. Dude, when I ride a bike on streets, I ride on the left side so I can see cars coming. I don't need any surprise attacks. This guy didn't care though. He was just at it. Like we had to slow down, wait for cars to come by on the left side, and then go around him. That's how many zero F's this guy gave. And then he's riding his bicycle on the highway, riding by like memorials of people that were on bicycles and got hit by vehicles and murdered by vehicles. He's driving by the roadside shrines. He doesn't care. He just wants to work those quadriceps and get them super strong and work those calf muscles. I mean, my gosh, God bless him. God bless his courage. I just drove by a guy who just doesn't want to be mowing. I don't even know why he was mowing there. There's no house or anything. He was just in a ditch. Just mowing with one hand, just pushing it around, rotating it. That is a weird thing to be doing. It was a weird thing to be doing. So these dudes were eating lunch today, and they were just pounding bologna, or like bologna. It was like a bologna type product, but it was ham and cheese. So, it was the circle, the processed meats with the chunks of cheese in it. And I'm like, dude, you guys should have got the one, some olive loaf. It needs some olives. And when the one dude was like, I don't have that kind of money. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like olive? You don't have olive money? He's like, olives are expensive. I'm like, dude, they really aren't that expensive. I mean, if you're buying luxury olives that have the seeds in them, which are just trash. I mean, I would like to do a poll. I don't even think wealthy people like to eat olives with seeds in them. I don't like the big green olive, the green whatever, just like the standard green olive with the red pit in it. I don't like them when they're really big. I just like the small green olives with the red little thingy in it. And that's right there is the perfect olive. I mean, I've gone to restaurants. I like olives. I mean, I've ordered an olive appetizer where all the olives come in a warm oil. I mean, that would have blew this guy's mind if I told him that. I'd be like, yeah, I once got olives served to me. Served by another human being. And it was like 5 different kinds of olives smothered in oil. Smothered. He would have lost his mind. He probably would have robbed me right there. Probably would have just said, give me all of your olive money. Take me to your ATM. And then a fight would ensue. A fight would, yeah. I mean, have you ever bit into an olive? Have you bit into an olive and there was a seed? It will show, it's like Cobra Kai, man, no mercy. It will show your teeth, no mercy. Meanwhile, on the farm, I would say it's probably been 2 months now. 2 months, maybe 3. A little duckling was born. So this duckling was by itself. Usually, the ducks will sit on a cluck. I don't know. It's called something. It's called something, a clutch. Maybe it is a clutch of eggs. I'm drawing a blank. So they'll sit on a bunch. We'll have a bunch of ducklings. Well, there was just one that hatched. Just one lonely duck. And you got to get them out of there because they will get stepped on. They could get eaten. I know. It's a cursed earth, buddy. It is a cursed earth. So luckily we saw it and we caught it. And could rescue it before something terrible happened. And it just so happened that we had a bunch of chickens that we had just bought, little baby chicks that were in a container with some heat lamps on it. So we put the duck in there with the chickens. Dude, the chickens welcomed the little duckling right in. The duckling became a chicken. And it would be sleeping like curled up in the corner under the heat lamp. And then like a couple chickens would come over and put their wings over the duckling and keep it even warmer. And they would all sleep together. So that's how they were raised. It was raised as a chicken. Dude, the duck thinks it's a chicken. I've never seen anything like it. So during the day, the duck will not leave. Like, because whenever you buy like a bunch of chickens together or a bunch of ducks, you know, you buy like a handful, they are then bonded for life. Like, they are a clique. They hang out together. They do everything together. And that's what happened. This duck follows the chickens everywhere throughout the day. Those chickens sleep in a separate coop, and the duck sleeps with them. And it goes in the coop, and then it goes up top. You know, there's like a little, it's just like a cheap little coop that you buy at Baumgar's. And the chickens will go up the ramp and go to sleep, and then the duck will go up there and sleeps up there they still sleep together to this day. It's simply, it's beautiful to behold. It really is. And I mean, there you go. There's proof animals have personalities, they have feelings, and they have emotions. And that is why it is important to be kind to them. So sometimes when I don't care if I live or die, I put more salt on my fries than usual. When I'm just feeling a little bit like living life on the edge, when I'm feeling like Jesse Consopoulos riding a motorcycle on top of a building on the ledge, when I'm in that kind of mood, when I don't want to lose my edge, I'm like, give me 2 packets of salt. And then I dump the fries out in the bag, throw the salt in there, shake it up, and just really, really elevate my blood pressure. And nothing tastes better than elevating one's blood pressure. And sometimes you just throw a little bit more salt on there than usual when you're feeling a little bit suicidal. You know, you're like, I hate this job. What am I doing? Give me 3 packets of salt. Let's do this. It's like when I worked in corporate America for a little bit at a big corporation. I just hated it so much because I was aware, like, when you take a position with corporate America, I mean, you have to be well aware that you are joining a cult. 100%. You have to acclimate. You have to assimilate into everything that they want you to be. You have to wear the same colors, same shirts. And it's not the same as wearing uniforms at just a business. In corporate America, it's just a little something more, you know? The outfits are usually, and the shirts are usually hideous. Like an insane color of yellow that just blinds the eyes of children. And I did not fit in well with this situation. It took about a year until everyone was just looking at me when I was like walking through the hall like, he's not one of us. It was like they could tell. I tried my best. I tried my best to fit in, but I just hate the color yellow. What can I say? You know, possessions and things really have a power over us as human beings. Like, we have so many things. Lamps, toasters, TVs, books, clothes, pots, pans, purses, cars, water bottles, thermoses, chairs, tables, bags, which is just a thing to hold things. So much stuff, man. I have so many things. Like, I have a thing from 1885. Like, why would I need to store things from the 1800s? I'm not an American picker. And on top of that, all the people I know in my life are constantly trying to give me things. And I just want to be like, stop. Like, I don't need your things. I'm collecting my own things. But then sometimes I'm like, I'll take your thing. Like, I don't need it, but I'm gonna take it because I can tell you really want me to take it. And I'll take it and I'll put it with my other things. And here's the thing that you gotta know. Like, when people are trying to give you things, they are not trying to give you things of value. Like, people sell those things. The things people give away, they are giving them away because to them, they are garbage. They're just choosing to give it to you instead of throwing it into a trash can. And that begs the question. If these things are garbage to them, why don't they just throw them away? And I will tell you why. Because things have some sort of mystical power over us. And this point was really proving to me last night when I was watching 1883. And I'm sure everybody knows what that is. I really don't have to explain it. You know, you have Yellowstone, you have 1923, then you have the prequel to 1923, which is 1883. And these people are on the Oregon Trail, which is the most, like, if this show is completely accurate to how it was, the Oregon Trail was insane. It was just insane. Like, I never understood when I was playing the Oregon Trail game as a child, and it was so hard to get to Oregon, and you just kept dying of all these different things. Like, that's, like, to see it in 8-bit on a computer, you know, it's like, bing, 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 you know, syphilis. Like, it really doesn't put it in perspective. But then when you see people acting in a whole show put together of it, I'm just like, this is nuts. Crossing rivers, getting bit by snakes on the buttocks while trying to take a pee-pee in a tall grass. Indians, bandits, drowning. And in this episode, this isn't really like a big spoiler. It's not really that big of a deal. They're going to cross a river, and Samuel, I almost said Samuel L. Jackson. No, he's not in it. Sam Elliott. It's like he's got to be like 90 in the show, dude. He looks so old, but still has an incredible mustache. Great head of hair. Really happy for his genetics. So they're going to cross a river, and they have to lighten the wagons. And you got all these German immigrants that, came to the United States, and then they want to go to Oregon because they're given free land, and everyone said it's beautiful. And already, like, crossing the river isn't insane to them, because this one guy said it was illegal to swim where they were from, and that if, like, someone where they were from drowned, if they were to drown, they would whip the bodies before they buried them because they were so naughty. They broke the law, and it was, they were naughty, so they had to be whipped, their dead bodies, before they were buried, which is just insane. Guys, nothing is going to get it. Let's take a break real quick, and then we'll get back into this and just go from here. However many hundreds of years ago that was, these people, it was illegal to swim. They were horribly oppressed. Everything was illegal except for paying taxes, is what this guy said in the show. And they whipped the dead body. Like, the world is a evil, cursed place. So when you see horrible tragedies happening in the world, just know that that's just the way it has always been. That's the way it is now, and it's the way it will always be. And you know that in your heart of hearts. So anyways, let's get back to this ridiculous thing. These people needed to empty their wagons because they're going to cross the river. They needed to be light so they didn't get bogged down in the mud. Sam Elliott's looking in there, and he's like, what in the hell? What is this stuff? You're hauling this? Dude, things are so powerful, have such a grip on us, and it's so hard for us to part with them, that these people were traveling with giant pieces of furniture. One guy had an enormous piano in the back of the wagon, and Sam Elliott's like, what is this? He's like, dear God, I told you, pack light. He's like, you're a pioneer. You're not a musician right now. You're a pioneer. Get rid of this piano. And they were fighting him. They're like, no, I'm not getting rid of my piano. I'm a musician. When I get to Oregon, I'm going to play this. I'm going to play these beautiful ivory keys. And the guy did not want to get rid of it. He was fighting with Sam Elliott about getting rid of the piano when Sam Elliott was just trying to make it so he wouldn't die. He wouldn't be dead in a river. He's like, dude, I don't want you to be dead in a river. This guy's like, no, you want me to be penniless, a beggar in Oregon without my piano. He's like, no, I'm trying to keep you alive, dude. That is the power of things. That is the mystical power that possessions have over us. Like, do you know how many things I could throw into a dumpster right now? A shocking amount. I could throw a shocking amount of things into a dumpster. But, a lot of times I'll go to throw things away, and the things, they start talking, I start getting feelings, and they convince me that they should stay. And they tell me that I might need them someday. I mean, for instance, this book that I bought probably like 5 years ago, because right now we're putting our house on the market tomorrow. We're going to sell that. We're going to be moving. So just a lot of work, more work than I ever want to go through ever again in my entire life. I will just leave it at that for now. So we're going through stuff, and I'm like, all right, here's a book. I thought I was going to read it. Never been read. So I'm just going to throw it away. So I go to throw it away, and then the book starts saying to me, like, don't throw me away. You might read me soon. That's what it said. It was like, don't do it. You might read me. Come on. It'll be soon, too. No, because a part of me knew that I would never read it. And right before I was about to throw it away, I just, like on autopilot, I reached in my pocket, I grabbed my phone, and I called my buddy. I called my buddy to see if he wanted it, and he did. So I told him I would give it to him the next time I saw him. Weeks went by. So many weeks. And when we finally met, I forgot the book. The thing won again. The thing kept winning the things until that night when I arrived at my residence and threw it into a fire and incinerated it. And now no one will ever learn how to prune trees and shrubs. I know I'm not the only one that things do this to. So, to circle back, the olive guy, the guy who's like, thinks olives are the equivalent of caviar, we were cleaning out the building where I work. We're moving into a new facility, and I was just cleaning out the fridge, and I was just just throwing stuff away, just throwing it in a big trash, just pulling it out, not caring. I'm like, no one needs this, they don't need that, this is disgusting, throwing it away. And he's like, I can't even watch you do it. I can't even watch you throw that stuff away. He's like, I just can't. When I was a kid, I had to eat everything in front of me. I couldn't waste food, and this is just so wasteful. And then I was like, why? Because of the beatings? And he said, yeah. So then it got awkward, because I was kind of joking around, but I guess I am very intuitive. And if he didn't need his food, he was possibly beaten. I'm not really sure. I changed the subject quick. That's it. It's hard to get rid of them. Just look at those hoarding shows. Just people sitting in a house with like 1 million magazines and newspapers and Lord knows what else. Makes them feel safe. We really don't need a lot of stuff, guys. Like, I lived in a camper for 617 days while we built a house. You don't need a lot of stuff. All my stuff was in storage for like 2 years. Nearly 2 years. You don't need, I loved living that minimalistic. Like, there were so many things that I was paying to store that I really didn't even need. I didn't go to my storage containers, not a once. Not a one time did I go. And then when we moved into their house, then I had everything moved there. And then I'm looking at I'm like, what is the deal with all this shit? Like, we don't need it. I ordered a dumpster, threw a ton of it away. That means that I paid to store stuff I would eventually throw into a dumpster. Do you know how insane that is? But we all do it. We all do it. We think we need the stuff. We don't. We just need a couple outfits, 1 fork, 1 spoon, 1 knife, 1 plate, a cup, a toothbrush, a pair of shoes. We don't need much. But we think we just got to keep buying stuff. And then we get a bigger house, and then we buy more stuff. And next thing you know, you're just surrounded by newspapers and dead cats. You got a Marie Kondo. You got a Marie Kondo. Whatever that lady is, where you roll up your socks real tight in your t-shirts. And the stuff that you don't want, you hold next to your heart to see if it brings you joy. And then when it doesn't, you say goodbye. And then you throw it into the incinerator. The Japanese lady is on to something. She did teach a very good way to fold clothes. I've never folded them like that because I don't fold clothes. I don't think I've folded clothes in 20 years. I've not done a load of laundry in 20 years. And I would like to thank my wife from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for never allowing me to have to do laundry. It's not even like, I think she's just afraid that I'll ruin it. I won't ruin it. Might shrink some things, but it's only because I like belly shirts on myself. All right, that does it for today's show. This is where I ask you to subscribe to the show, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, however you like to listen. And I am recording these in my car. I am actually enjoying it quite a bit. I really do like recording these while I'm driving. I am getting a studio set up, so I will probably be using that. Part of me just wants to keep doing it in the car, but I do want the audio quality to be better, and I do have the capability to do so and the equipment to do so. So I will end up doing that, but for the meantime, I'm enjoying recording the show in the car. And even when I start using the studio, I might just dip back to the car once in a while. Because that's what America's about. It's about road trips. It's about the cars. Like when I was a kid, man, I could not wait till I was 16. I drove everywhere. At 16, I drove down to Kansas City. At 19, I was driving through Tijuana down the coast of Baja California to Rosarito Beach. It was actually quite frightening, but it must not have been that scary because I did it lots of times. But there's just something about the open road, and it has to be the open road that you control. With your feet, with the gas pedal, with the brake, with the steering wheel. We do not need self-driving cars. We do not need robots driving cars. All right? I want to drive a vehicle the way Vin Diesel intended us to drive them. And that's with our own bodies and our own minds. So back off, Elon Musk, with your weird face that is probably hiding some sort of cyborg. Just back off, man. I will do the driving myself. Thank you for listening. I'm Austin Anderson. This is Austin Anderson Show. Be here Monday through Friday. 5 days a week. Keep building this thing. Soon they'll get longer. And soon, I don't know what to say after that. It's just going to build. It's going to be the best. It's going to be the best because everyone's out. Like all the good radio people. Howard Stern, they're saying he's going to get pushed out soon. He's just going to be at home, in his room of wigs, wondering which wig he should wear so he can go, do whatever that guy does for fun. You have Rush Limbaugh, he's dead. Mark Maron, he's hanging up the podcast. You have a lot of people going out. Well, in their ashes, I rise. And I am the voice of a generation. I am the voice of all generations. I am a voice of the people who have lived, that are living, and will live. This is the Austin Anderson Show.